felines, this is KittyCatPWYarn here, and welcome to another build video. In this video, I am building another house for the Sims streamers and YouTubers Facebook group, and this is yet again another one of our build collabs, and for this collab, we decided that Island Living had just come out, so everyone is doing beach houses this month, and my beach house is actually in Brindleton Bay because your girl doesn't have Island Living yet. I have entered all the giveaways that I can find and am crossing all of my appendages in hopes that I will win because I really want Island Living. The build items look amazing. So, but yeah, so everyone is building a beach house and we had a few requirements, meaning we had two requirements. One of them was that we had to use the new stilted foundation that everyone got, because we did get it with a base game update before we got Island Living. And it had to use the off-the-grid trait. And that being said, the off-the-grid trait is very, very wonky still at this point. And I discussed it with Renee, my fellow admin, and I was like, hey, does it have to be functional on off the grid? Because I want it to be pretty. And we discussed how wonky the trait is, so we decided, no, it doesn't have to be functional. So mine definitely isn't functional because I wanted it to look pretty. And my god, it does look pretty. And yeah, if you guys want to download this house, it is on the gallery under the hashtag KittyCatPWY or my origin ID, which is KittyCatPWYarn. No CC, but definitely lots of packs. So I apologize, but we know how this goes at this point. And I did cut quite a bit of this out just because it took me a while. I actually had like probably 3 or 4 shells before this trying to figure it out. I remember the first day I was working on this, I messaged Renee and I was like, dude, I've been working on this for 45 minutes and still don't have a shell I like. And it was horrible. I had such a hard time. But I finally figured this out. This is like the final shape of the house. I believe the final layout, and basically like the shell is done. I don't have any like flooring or siding down at all, but yeah. So like I said, this isn't functional at all on off the grid. So if you want the off the grid trait on this, I apologize, but I couldn't. Like, the off-the-grid objects were, like, so not cute. And I wanted the house to be cute, so I didn't make it functional. Oh, and by the way, you might hear pauses in this video, but that's just kind of how I roll at this point. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I pause my voiceovers a lot of the time, and I also ramble about literally anything in most of my videos. But yeah, so I'm just working on the outside coloring now, and it doesn't stay this way. I end up using siding from Seasons and the scallop siding that's on there now, I believe. But I definitely end up changing the stone because I closed this out for the night and then I came back and I was like, wow, I hate this. So I changed that, and there's like no landscaping on this lot either because I just didn't feel like I could make it work realistically because I was kind of struggling as to like what to do. Like, I kind of know what to do when I have a lot of space, but I wanted it on this lot specifically because obviously you have a good view of the beach. So I wanted it on this lot, but there wasn't like a lot of room for me to landscape. So I kind of like, I was like, okay, well I'm just gonna like let it be then because I want it to be cute. So yeah, I just kind of left it on this lot and I think that's okay because it looks nice. But yeah, so now we're just working on the bathroom, and I don't know, it's super simple. I do have a tub shower combo and sink and toilet. And then I added that shelf from Laundry Day stuff because I really love that shelf a lot and I think it's really cute. And I will be the first person to say that I was super wrong about Laundry Day stuff because when it first came out, I was like super mad that laundry stuff like won over like eco living stuff. But I love Laundry Day now. I don't know. Oh, I forgot to mention this. There isn't a whole lot of like personal clutter in this house. I imagined this is more like a vacation house or something that people own and like come to, or like this is a show house or something. So that's why like you guys saw me put the toothbrush cup on the sink or by the sink, and then I took it off because I was like, wait, no, I want this to be like a show house. And I really like it. I mean, I know the shelf has like some clutter on it, but I don't know. I like how it turned out. So, yeah. And I finally got the chance to use the blue subway tiles. I've been trying to use those for a while now, and I'm so glad I finally got to use them. I thought it was so fitting in this house because like the color scheme of this house is like blue, white, and like light woods, and I really love it. I would kind of kill to live in this house, or at least stay at this house, because I don't know. I like beach houses. I like houses with a lot of light. That's probably partially due to the fact that I'm super vitamin D deficient, but I really like it, and I love how it turned out. And also, you guys probably notice me doing things pretty fast, and if you've been around at all, you know I don't typically build this fast and make decisions this fast. And the reason I was able to with this is because I actually did this already, and I thought I was recording, and I definitely wasn't. So I did the kitchen and the living room, like, off camera, not realizing it was off camera, and then I opened my OBS and I was like, what? No, I just lost all of that. And I could have been like, oh yeah, I did this off camera, and like I completely spaced it, but then I was like, no, I definitely want to show my process, which like is kind of weird to say, I think, but I feel like it's okay. And I do add a little bit of yellow into this house as well, because I feel like blue and yellow go really well together. So I add like sunflowers around the place. By the way, if you're curious, the cause for the 2 or 3 pauses I've done already in this video are my lovely dogs. I love them to death, but they keep barking at each other because they're playing, and it's just not a fun time. But it's okay because we love them, right? If you are curious, I have 2 puppers. One is a Saint Bernard, and his name is Gucci, and he is a very good boy. And then we have Venus, and she is a Pit Bull Bull Mastiff mix. And she is brown and has some white markings, like on 2 of her feet, like 2 of her toes are like white, and then the rest of her is brown, and then she has some white like on her chest and belly. And her name is Venus, and I love my dogs, even though they're kind of awful sometimes. And when I say awful, I mean like they're not well behaved sometimes, but we love them anyway. Specifically Venus loves to chase the cat. So there's that. And the cat definitely does not like it. So now we are moved on to the living room, and it's pretty basic. I used the couches that I use all the time, and I'm actually working on another build right now, and I used them again. I have no shame, I think, at this point. I just love those couches, and I think they're very nice, and yeah, I have no shame at all. and I probably should, but that's okay. And in hindsight, I kind of hate this rug. It looks a little too, like, green for me, because I was, like, going for yellow and blue, but I feel like it's just, like, a little too green, and I kind of hate it. But hindsight is 2020. It looks like chartreuse, which is like a gross, like, green, yellow puke color. That's what it looks like to me. I don't know. Let me know what color you guys think that rug is. And it might just be the lighting too. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. But that's just what it looks like to me. And now I'm trying to find a chair. Like, I was looking for a chair to put over there for, like, a little reading nook, and I wanted a yellow chair. But I couldn't find one that I liked. Or do I keep that one? No, I keep that one from bowling night stuff. And I was thinking about putting 2 of them, and I was like, no. So, yeah. And now we're working on, like, the little sunroom. I was originally gonna make this, like, a full dining room, like a formal dining room. But then I felt like this place wouldn't really need it, because it's more like a vacation home in my opinion. So I was like, not gonna put one. So I used these, like, little wicker couches from Movie Hangout? Is that what it's from? I don't even remember. I think that's what it's from. And I think that mirrored table is actually from that same pack. And I actually kind of despise my choice in bookcases after, at least in this room. I feel like it doesn't go well, but I liked it because it kind of looks built in. So that's why I use that bookshelf so much, but now I kind of hate it. I feel like the one from the one from Seasons would have looked better, like the double height, well, not double height, the, like, medium height one. I wish I would have used that one in hindsight. But hindsight is 2020 after all. So, yeah. And I actually ended up removing that stack of books on the bottom shelf as well, because we all know that I straight up said, hey, this isn't going to be very cluttered. It's like a show home or whatever. So I ended up taking those down, and I only leave, like, the little picture and the plant from Jungle Adventure. So, yeah. And I was going to have mix-matched bedside tables, but I end up getting rid of those too, because I'm like, no, Jen, it's a show home. What are you doing? Because I'm so used to building, like, cluttered, like, casual, like, family homes or whatever. So I don't know. I went a little crazy with this stuff, but I ended up changing it and just using the ones from base game, because we got those ones with the, like, not most recent patch, but, like, one of the patches where we got the freelancer career. That's the patch we got those with. And I used that bed from City Living that I really enjoy. And I thought, like, the bedroom being super neutral made sense. And by super neutral, I mean, like, white, basically. And I thought it made sense because, like I said, it's either, like, a show home or a vacation home that, like, a realtor has to kind of, like, show to people. So I figured, like, they left this space, like, super blank because they're like, well, like, we never know who really is gonna stay here, so don't bring, like, a whole lot of personality into the most personal room, because it doesn't really make sense. But yeah, so that's the bookcase I was talking about, the big one that I just pulled out. That's what I was kind of thinking in hindsight for the sunroom. But yeah, I just ended up using the one from base game, because I really love it, and it goes on the wall so it doesn't take up as much space. And as I said, I don't know, I just really like it because it takes up less space, and I actually ended up using it twice in this house. Oops! But I ended up using it in 2 different colors, so I guess that makes it okay. Probably not, but oh well. And I ended up actually putting a globe bar in the living room as well because I feel like it just made sense, especially since I was like, oh yeah, this is kind of like a chill kind of party vacation spot. So I feel like people would want to have a few juices on vacation. And hopefully that was the last interruption of this video. Thank you, dogs. But now we are just working on the exterior of this house, and by exterior I mean the things on the outside. It's not really exterior. Yikes. But since it is off the grid, I decided to put the wash bucket and the laundry line out because I didn't put a laundry room in this build, and I felt like, you know, you're on vacation, you still need to do laundry. So I added that, and I felt like it fit pretty well with the off-the-grid theme still. And I also added some garden pots you can see there, an easel, and I believe I also end up adding a yoga mat on the deck as well, because I just wanted lots of things for skill building, because I just use lots of skill building stuff in my own gameplay, even if I'm not doing a challenge or anything. I just really like having my Sims have a lot of skills. So there's that, and I also added a grill and some seating out here as well, because obviously you're at a beach house, you're probably gonna want to sit and eat like burgers and just watch the ocean, like watch the sunset over the ocean. And wow, I forgot I put that bar out here. So there are 2 bars actually. But we are just finishing up and are about to jump into screenshots, so I am going to get going right meow, but I hope you guys are having a perfect afternoon, evening, or whatever, wherever you are in your neck of the world, and be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to become a paw parent because I post new videos all the time, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!